Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for our time together every day. It's such a privilege to get to sit down and teach you the Bible. I want to ask today that you think about First Black Saturday. Now, it's amazing to me how many people all across our beloved nation are not allowing their kids to go out and play because Jesus is dead. They're not taking a bath because Jesus is dead. But the Bible is very clear. Jesus died once. That's it. He died once. And now he ever lives to make intercession for us. Jesus is not dead. He died once and rose from the dead, and he ever liveth. So I want to challenge you about what happened on that first Black Saturday. After Jesus died on the cross on Friday afternoon, what happened? Did everything stop? No, that's when the action really began. You see, when Jesus said, "It is finished" on the cross, it was finished. Everything necessary for our salvation, everything necessary for our victory, everything necessary for Satan's defeat, everything was finished. There was nothing more to be done. It's finished. This is why the Bible can call us more than conquerors. But now let me elaborate on that a little bit farther. There are many Christians today that believe in a doctrine called JDS, or Jesus died spiritually. They believe somehow that Jesus had to go to hell and continue the sufferings for us there. But I'm sorry. He said it was finished. He said it was finished. Now, if it was finished, it was finished, it was finished. Now, this whole doctrine of Jesus going to hell is so illogical. Jesus looked at the thief on the cross and said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Jesus went to heaven that day. Friday, he left his body and went to heaven. Jesus, when he says, "Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit." He didn't go to purgatory. He didn't go to hell. "Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit," when he died. Now, when Jesus died, something very, very fascinating happened. Jesus won a victory at the cross. It looked like a defeat in the natural realm. But you remember when Elijah prayed for his servant, God opened his eyes so that he can see that there are more with us than against us. There's a spirit realm as well as a physical realm. In the physical realm, it looked like Jesus had been defeated, but in the spirit realm, he'd actually won the victory. He had actually, by the cross, won the victory. Now, when he died and his soul and his spirit left his physical body, and we begin to move into the spirit realm of Golgotha, what the spirit realm saw, as he left his body and ascended into the spirit realm, Colossians 2 verse 15 says that having disarmed principalities and powers, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them by the cross. When Jesus left his physical body, in the spirit realm, every demon, including Satan, who has in possession of Peter, bowed when Jesus revealed himself. Now there's a great truth. Jesus said, "I am he," in the garden, and they all fell on their faces. Every knee shall bow. Satan and every demon, every principality and power came and laid their weapons down. Demons are a defeated foe. I'm sorry, folks, you don't have to go fight with demons anymore. Jesus won the victory. He took their weapons away. All they have left now are lies and deceit and fear. But their weapons are gone. They have no ability to hurt us anymore. They have no ability to wage war anymore. They have been defeated. And then Jesus led them, the only victor. He did not have an army with him. He led them in a triumphant procession. That's an old Roman military concept where a defeated army would follow the victorious army through the streets of the capital city, and it was like a humiliation march. Jesus took that Satan and 1/3 of the angels and marched them through the heavenly realms, showing their total victory and triumph. His total victory and triumph. His total victory and triumph over the demonic realms. And then it goes on. Then he entered the heavenly holy of holies, and there he began to fulfill Hebrews chapter 9, verses 11 through 28. He functioned in his high priestly ministry, and Hebrews 9:12 says he entered into the holy place not by means of blood of goats and bulls, but by his own blood. And verse 23 and 24, he purified the sanctuary, and he sprinkled his blood in the heavenly holy of holies, and that blood still speaks. Hebrews 12:24, Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant, into the sprinkled blood that speaks a better word than the blood of Abel. I love this truth every year during School of the Cross. on that Friday and Saturday 2,000 years ago, when the rest of the world was crying and believing that it was all over, Jesus was walking and relishing in the victory. The enemies of heaven are following behind him in a humiliation march as he enters the heavenly Holy of Holies. And there before the Father, he cleanses it. He sprinkles his blood. And that blood still speaks today of your justification, of your forgiveness, of your freedom from sin, of your cleansing, of your holiness, of your right to the presence of God, of your victory over Satan. That blood still speaks today. This is the high priestly ministry of Jesus. No wonder Satan wants everybody to believe that Jesus went to hell, because that's when the real victory began, when the true high priest begins to function in his priestly ministry.